नबी के दीवाने मस्ते होंगे नबी के
Next speaker is Muhammad Shoaib, and the topic is ideal leader and good governance. Serial number 5.
نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Distinguished President of today's program, honorable judges, prominent guests, and dear all. Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all of you. Today I have honored to speak on the topic of ideal leader and good governance. Dear audience, the world has reached a consensus that good governance is significant for human resource development in any society. In this context, the UNDP, IMF, World Bank, various NGOs and numerous studies suggest that good governance primarily relies on the institutional infrastructure. The literature further accepts that the quality of leadership is also significant for good governance. The important principle of good governance is that the ruler must be sincere and of impeccable character. He must consider himself not a ruler but a servant. He should behave with restraint and avoid misuse of power. He should act within the parameters of the law and take upon himself the country's concerns and hardships. He should remain impersonal in the discharge of his duties and imperturbable in front of critics. Similarly, he should be mindful of his every act that it should not harm his subjects, because he who transgresses his limits and discharges his duties dishonestly is the most disgraceful. And the Quran refers to him as zalim and cruel. Dear intellectuals, the absence of honesty in any society often leads it towards unethical practices. For example, our present day society is in the grip of widespread corruption. A politician submits a fake degree to stand in election. A police kills a person in a fake encounter. A businessman evades taxes. A builder uses outdated material. A teacher skims on classwork in order to sell his time privately. And a doctor recommends a drug to gain commission from a pharmaceutical firm. So you can realize how much the concept of honesty is violated. The foundations of society are undermined and nation's future is ruined. The most significant and shining example of ideal leader is the personality of our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. When he became the head of the state of Medina, he exemplified good governance. He created a bond of brotherhood among the Muslim citizens, signed agreements with non-Muslims, and remained concerned about their welfare. He upheld the Islamic value system in which justice remains central. Dear friends, there is no doubt about it, the enemies of Islam in Makkah were very cruel. But when Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, conquered Makkah, his companions captured all the enemies and brought them to him with the slogan, Al-Yawmu Yawmul Malhama, Al-Yawmu Yawmul Malhama, meaning it is the day to take revenge upon the enemies. It is the day to tear the enemies apart. It is the day to kill the enemies. The enemies were those who tortured the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he was in Makkah. The enemies were those who abused him when he was in Makkah. The enemies were those who compelled him and his companions to leave Makkah. The enemies were those who poisoned his food. The enemies were those who surrounded him and tried to assassinate him. But see how our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reacted and responded to the slogan of his companions. He said, Al-Yawmu Yawmul Marhama, Al-Yawmu Yawmul Marhama, meaning it is the day to show mercy upon the enemies. It is the day not to torture the enemies. It is the day to forgive the enemies. Allahu Akbar. How compassionate and forgiving leader the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was. Dear brethren, Is there anybody in the world who can name even a single leader who has ruled over the world but worn torn clothes with patches on them? Is there any leader in the world who carried cans of drinking water on his shoulder for poor and widow women? Is there any leader in the world who visited the places alone without being escorted by bodyguard? It was only Hazrat Umar raziyallahu ta'ala an. That's why Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, in one of his articles not only praised Caliph Umar but also said India needs a leader like him. Dear listeners, in short, people cannot make progress unless they follow these principles of good governance. No nation can envision development without good governance. It is an essential prerequisite for any country, organizations and societies to abide by the principle of good governance in order to move forward. If we want to prosper and succeed, we will have to consider the recently discussed facts, try to eliminate our shortcomings, and establish good governance without further delay. Here, I conclude my talk with the prayer to Allah to make the country prosperous and give us tawfiq to bring them into practices. Ameen ay Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Thank you very much to listen me carefully. Jazakumullahu khair.